wanted to know, how long have you guys all been doing sex work?
15 years, I would say about.
15 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And the scope of the sex work, has it always, like, did you start out like dancing or stripping, and then did it transition into, escorting?
I went right into the bunny ranch.
Straight in.
I started a real Escort.
Straight in.
And then I got my master's degree, so I'll come in and out. At the beginning, Dennis Hoff wanted me to jump on the HBO special and do publicity, and I said, no, my son is young. I spent no more than a week and a half, a month working, and then I'd be home being a stay-at-home mom and put my son through private school, and then that inspired me to want to be a teacher. And so I went and I've been a teacher, and I've been VP of business growth at an active management wealth company. I did real estate during COVID. So coming in and out of white collar work's been important for me, because I know that, I've got other things that I can do if I don't want to do this tomorrow.
Okay.
So I've been doing sex work since I was 21. In high school, I was always kind of conservative. I came up from a really religious home, and pretty much when I got out of high school, a lot of people thought I was gay, or they would call me dyke a lot. Yeah, I would get called that a lot, because I'd wear pantsuits, I'd wear black, I'd smoke cigarettes and just kind of be by myself. And I remember it was Valentine's Day one time, and I was like, oh, I don't have a Valentine, I don't have a guy, and they're like, guy, I thought you were gay. And I was like, what? And so my friend was a dancer at the time, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should explore this side of my sexuality and try to come out of my shell, because I'm kind of tired of being called like gay when I'm not, and not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just didn't want that to be called that. And so I did dancing, and I did dancing for like 5 years. Then I did Playboy, and after Playboy, I worked independently, and then that's when I got into the ranch.
Oh, Sweet Tooth, thank you for the gifted 20 memberships. Yeah. And that's when you got into...
Well, I was a victim of a crime, and obviously here I won't go...
Yeah, sure.
Go into super detail, but my friend was a porn star at the time. Her name was Misty Matrix, and she referred me to the ranch, and then now I'm here. Everything's been safe and good since.
Okay, got it.
That's good.
What about you?
16 years off and on, so full-time 11. I started when I was 18.
Mm-hmm. Got it. What about you?
I started when I was 17. I always say I feel like I'm still in sex work.
Stop the cap.
Oh, sorry. I did not mean to press that. Go ahead.
I started when I was 17. That's actually a crazy story, but I started when I was 17, and I danced for 10 years, and I feel like I'm still in sex work. It just looks different now.
Sure. Okay. And you've totally ceased, correct? Or
yeah, like I don't strip or escort anymore.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What about you?
Well, I started working at the front desk of a BDSM dungeon in New York City when I was 18 years old.
Is it still around?
It still is.
What's it called?
Well, it's a privately owned club, right. So it's very, very much so.
Okay.
That's how I got my start.
Is it like a swingers thing too?
No, it was a private BDSM club where people go to receive a variety of sensations, oftentimes on the more severe end of things, from professionals who know what they're doing and are able to do so in a way that is safe, risk aware if there are any risks, and of course, very consensual.
I see. Okay. And you worked the front desk.
I did.
How long were you on the front desk?
I was on the front desk for about 2 years, and I was also in charge of organizing the educational track. So I was able to attend all these different classes and learn all these different cool, kinky things, and eventually became an educator myself.
Gotcha. And so you said, how long have you been in the industry?
I've been in it.
Actually escorting, or?
I've been working within the ranches since 2015, so almost 10 years now.
Okay, got it. I'm curious, so how many, in a day, how many clients do you see?
I'm only seeing now, these days, and I get to vet them very carefully. I only see like clean professionals. I see regulars. So, people I've built relationships with, maybe 2 guys a week.
Oh, 2 guys.
Not much.
What,
A long time ago.
Yeah, when you were at the ranch or whatever.
That was wild. When the HBO special was really, really popular, Dennis Hoff was just driving tons of people in from all over the world. And sometimes maybe it would be as many as like 5 or 7 guys a day. Or in couples too. We did a lot of couples, so women included.
Gotcha.
And that's a lot, but it's a physical energy, and I'm an athlete. And it's one of those things that's like, you get going, you get your juices going, and you want to keep going.
Sex athlete?
Yes.
Or like a different kind of athlete?
I've never heard of that.
I can't explain it. You want to go back for more sometimes when you're making good money and you have this amazing physical experience and the serotonin's going.
Okay.
And I was a lot younger and I just wanted to head on out there for more. But now I'm training in the gym like half the day. No, maybe one guy a week, maybe 2 guys a week.
Sure.
Maybe they'll fly me over and we'll spend a weekend together. I like to be a travel companion. I like to spend, long durations with these guys that I build a relationship with.
How often are you traveling, like being a travel companion?
I'm traveling monthly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Has the panel talked about abortion/contraception? How does everyone feel about month abortions? I ask Beck, as a teen mom, I had an early abortion and it broke my soul.
That came up as like a $20 super chat, so I don't know why that got read or if it was.
It came up as a $20 super chat. That's weird.
I already showed it too.
Oh, that must be something buggy with our thing. Go on, continue.
Yeah, so I really appreciate just quality relationships, ongoing friendships, and I appreciate spending a great deal of time with people. But I'm training.
How does the panel feel about late-term abortion?
I'm training as a fitness competitor these days, so half my day is in the gym. So I'm not going to be getting it on all day.
I see. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. Let me hold on. I need to fix that 1 sec, guys. That's bugged out. How often are you seeing clients?
So, typically I try to do, just one person. Like I don't generally book every single day, but if I could get one person in the day, that would be great. If by chance there happened to be like someone, they said, no, this is the only day I can do it, and I really want to see you, and I'm not going to turn them down. But typically I try to keep it one in the 24 hours. But if there just happened to be another one, I'd be like, okay, I'm not going to shut you off.
Yeah. Well, when you were working in one of the ranches, how many people were you seeing then? In a day?
Okay,
or
so
in a week, I guess.
Well, and again, that depends. So maybe that day I saw 3 guys, and then the next day I got busy. I went to the gym, and then I didn't happen to book that day, and then maybe the next day I saw 2 guys. So I would say on average maybe 5 guys weekly. In recent times.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've also learned I want to pace myself, and I don't want to spend my whole day there. I spend half the day out and about. I go hiking, I go to the gym, I go with the girls out, and I've kind of learned to ebb and flow my energy and how much I give of myself.
Okay, got it. What about you when you were in the industry? Maybe if you had to average it out, like how many guys in a day would you see?
I would say probably about 10.
10 per day. Gotcha.
And on slow seasons, 5. And if someone paid more money, I spent more time with them, obviously. And if I traveled, that was 1 person a day. So, but during busy seasons, like if Formula One came, which it never did before, so the first time, big sporting events, probably like 15. In the escort service in Las Vegas, the more calls you get, the more money you make. And the escort services that I used to work for pushed us to get as many calls in as we could. So it's like, you got 20 minutes, go, I got 5 lined up after this one. And so unfortunately, that's part of their game. They try to make as much money as possible off each person.
Gotcha. What's the most you've ever seen in one day?
Oh gosh, I've never counted that. Maybe because of a bachelor party, 20.
20?
25.
25? Okay. What about you guys?
10 maybe.
10 in the day?
I think 10 when I first started.
10.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What about you?
So when I was escorting, I just want to say, like, it's important to note that escorts, prostitutes, like whatever you want to call them, we still have the ability to like choose who we want to be with. So it's not like this thing where it's just like a guy's coming in and we're like, yes, 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 yes to everybody. We still have the option to choose. So for me in particular, I was very choosy. And I, like you were saying, I really enjoyed having just like longer term customers. So for me, it'd be like one a month, if that. And I was very, very like, would only be with like celebrities or athletes. That was just my standard though.
Well, so that was the criteria you used to measure?
Yeah, I held like I guess a standard. So I would be like, okay, if this is like I would never go with like a regular person.
Okay. So is that kind of like around the table, the same thing? Like, what are the standards? Like, what's the standard? Like, this person is a yes, this person's a no.
Who somebody is matters a whole lot more, at least for me personally, than anything else. And by that I mean the quality of the person. Are they going to be treating me well? Are they coming in with good intentions?
Yeah.
I want to have a good experience just as much as the other person does. I don't care what somebody necessarily looks like on a physical level, their height, their weight. I certainly care if they're of legal age. I certainly care that they want to be there consensually of their own free will. But like, I'm not looking for celebrities. I oftentimes find that my guests with disabilities are the ones that treat me the best.
Did you say how many clients that you see?
No, I typically am only available by appointment only. I see maybe 2 to 3 people a week, if that. And even at the absolute most, I'm like, y'all are out here doing the most. I'm over here like, I saw 3 people once, and that was really stressful.
It's very
In a day?
stressful.
What's the most you've seen in one day?
3. And I'm over here like, y'all are doing 25? Damn.
It's a lot
Just
on the
me,
bodies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I find that the quality of the services that I'm able to provide is really important to me. And if I'm focused on like a quantity sort of thing, I don't really know if that's going to result in good experiences for everyone.